Talk about whatever you want. You got questions, you got answers.
Okay.
Are there things that you can do, cannot do? Can you put your hand and finger on the trigger whenever you want? Can you know what I'm saying?
Nah, and I typically open carry my pistol every day, so every day is really an open carry demonstration for me. I get out here in exaggerated form just to draw the attention so people know that this is legal, and I'm still huggable. None of this makes me a bad guy. Like the good guy will like this gun too. It's got nothing to do with nothing. But I open carry a pistol every day, and brandishing a firearm, if you are concealed carrying and then you flash it or show it in the midst of a conflict or an argument, it's called brandishing, and that's illegal
Right.
because it's an action that appears to be threatening, and that you can gain control of the argument or the situation by doing that, possibly unfairly. It's just a weird, aggressive move to make. When you open carry, you get a similar effect while smiling with your hands in plain sight because you really don't want no problems. But you get the effect because everyone knows that they better play it cool. Don't start calling friends over or getting too agitated or making crazy threats because you got to know right now that a gun is going to be involved. And then to bring the gentleman inside of you, bring that forward, and we're going to talk or get away from each other because the third option is crazy,
Right.
right? So when you openly carry a pistol, and some people don't like open carry, I think it makes such a statement politically and socially that I think for the tactical disadvantage that it might be, I'm willing to take that disadvantage for the other stuff, and I'm just willing to do that for political reasons and otherwise. But you can't be brandishing, you can't be putting your hand on your pistol
Right.
or no shit like that. I did find myself in a situation where an aggressor pulled up and he was talking crazy to me, making threats and shit, calling me out to a fight, and I wouldn't. He said, put your gun down and fight, and I wouldn't. He pulled off, came around the block and came back, put his car in park real quick, tried to get his seatbelt off and went to throw the door open. And when he was doing that, I thought he went around the corner, got a gun out of his trunk or something, came back and he was feeling for his seatbelt like he was reaching for a gun. I always carry one in the chamber. This day I was slipping and I knew it. As soon as he started doing that, I went, I don't got one in the chamber. I pulled my gun, turned myself, whacked it, put it back in the holster, and I said, don't do that, bro. And he went, I couldn't tell what you was doing. Now can we talk? And then we talked. And this is on camera too. You can see me do this on camera.
Word.
But you can't be doing too much now. You gotta look like you didn't even want to touch that gun for real, like you were trying not to. If you don't look like that, you're gonna run the risk of looking like you did that
Word.
unnecessarily. So
Word.
you gotta play it cool because every round that leaves the firearm is your responsibility too. You gotta know your target and what's behind it, man. That's one of the fundamental gun rules, man.
Word. True. 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 You're not supposed to be pulling it unless you're gonna use it, right?
Yeah, not to be showing people stuff. People say, "Oh, let me see your gun," and I'll kind of turn my hip and they go, "Oh, what is that? Can I see?" And I go, "Don't get too close, and I'm not gonna take it out, but this is what it is." Okay, I'll let people know. Come on now.
Do you believe cops should be allowed to carry to, like, let's say, for instance, a misdemeanor offense or traffic infraction?
That's kind of a tricky question because I believe that even though it seems like cops shouldn't bring a gun to every single thing that they do, because of this dependency that your mind has to be boxed inside of with a question like this, you have to say that I've seen myself, and I don't even like cops, I've seen them get in situations where people who are way too aggravative and things go crazy. The stop might have been a misdemeanor stop, so the cop is thinking, okay, hey, this is not that big of a deal. Let me take it easy with this, so I can leave my gun behind. The whole time, the guy that he stopped could easily be thinking, this cop has stopped me for the murders I committed 3 days ago, and the cop don't know that, and the guy don't know it's got nothing to do with the murders that he committed 3 days ago. So his mind is over the fucking moon with what he's got going on. The cop is thinking, dude, you didn't use the signal light and you curb check the fuck out of the curb. I don't know if you're drunk or not. Let me stop you and see what the fuck is going on. Are you on your phone? The cop could be thinking only that. To leave his gun behind when this could be the case, I think will just be foolish. Because you're already in the midst of this illusionary game with this authority. You might as well come correct and bring your gun everywhere. But that's the trap of what we got going on, and I don't like it because I don't blame the cop for bringing his gun.
That
But I don't like that that's what's happening.
your answer seems to me like it makes you fair, transparent. You look at this with a looking at it from both sides, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to be objective. If a situation makes me feel like if that was me, what would I do, or what are we giving
Right.
since we're already in the game, then I accept it. Much like you would accept two guys running full speed ahead at one guy who's not even watching, and boom, he gets hit. He goes down. The ball goes flying. Second and 15 or whatever on the football field. That's fine. But if two guys in jerseys and pants do this to a guy in a parking lot who happens to have on a jersey, and he's throwing up a football that he just bought from the sporting goods store, and then he gets run over, that's assault. He's not playing the game. He's not inside this illusionary world of an NFL championship game. He's in a parking lot. That's assault now. So when you box it inside of a game, you have to accept the rules that you would expect in the game. And because of that, I don't blame the cop, bro. Look at where you at, man.
Good answer.
He's someplace I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to pretend to be somebody's boss. My gun don't make me nobody's boss, bro. I'm the huggable guy, and I know that I don't own anybody, bro. So when he's in this game that he's got to pretend like he's someone's dad all the time, no matter who they are, that's a scary game I wouldn't play. I'd be scared for my life, bro. People ain't going to let me do that to them. I wouldn't think it would work.
Word. What's actually in front of you? There's like no wall or anything in front of you?
Like directly in front of me?
Yeah.
Nah, that's the sidewalk.
Okay. Word. Oh, okay. You're like that
It's,
close
it-
to the
it's like
sidewalk. Wow.
yeah, it's like a little trail. Actually, yeah, this is a nice corner to do stuff in because there's a lot of foot traffic down here.
Word.
They built some new restaurants and stuff down here, so the foot traffic is cool and the conversations get nice down here. Yeah, man, I love it, man. I love doing this, man. It's calling people out. What I like a lot is that sometimes people don't even know that this is legal till they see me. And when that happens, then I get to roast them because these are adults with passionate, excuse my camera. These are adults with passionate opinions about gun laws, and they don't even know that this is legal where they live at. And then I get to go, shame on you. Look at you, acting all righteous and shit. Talk about gun rights. And you don't even know that I could be out here like this. You better figure out what you're talking about
Let
first.
me let me see that sign. Yeah, there we go. Hug an AR owner. That's a screenshot right there. That's gonna be the thumbnail, bro. I think when I listen to you, I can tell I'm talk. When I listen to you, I can tell that I'm listening to a level-headed man, somebody who means well, a fearless man, good intentions, an educator, and I just gotta say, I believe that you deserve a bigger platform, more subscribers. I believe that more people should listen to you, talk to you, try to pick your brain, and I think it does take someone like you who is level-headed and tries to be fair, man. And I believe that politicians should be, your videos, your discussions should be talked about in political debates. It should be talked about in all these things because some of this shit's getting ignored and shadow banned, right? And I think that's bullshit, and I think that's detrimental to the awakening and the progression of our country. And I think by not putting your voice, that's why I doing this second interview. I want to do more interviews with you and see how much
Yeah.
support we can continue to get for you because, like I said, man, I think you're on the right path and I think you mean well.
I try to be, man. I see my kids and everybody too, man. Talk about being a family man. I see my kids and everybody because the way that I feel about them, I know someone feels like that about you.
Word.
That's why I can't hurt people for no
Right.
reason. Impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it just makes me feel like I hear my mother crying. Like I hear my children crying. Like to hurt somebody, man, is insane. And because of that, um, there's a flip side of that. As a hero type person, I'm totally capable and willing to hurt a bad guy that don't give a damn about all that sweet shit I just said. When,
Right.
when, when a human being can't respect human life enough to just leave people alone so they can ponder their existence inside their own life's journey without having to be, fearful of violence and all of that stuff, man. When people can't respect life like that, I have to reserve that heroic energy and that propensity to be dangerously defensive. I got to reserve that for those people, man. And then I got to say, dude, I tried to love the whole world as much as I could. You stand out and you're a bad guy, bro. Don't ever see me, man. Don't
Word.
ever see me in the midst of your bad shit, bro.
Right. Because you will protect someone else if you have to.
Hell yeah, because if somebody got to lose a fight, it might as well be whoever started that shit.
And when you're open carrying like you are and something happens, you don't have to sit around and wait for the cops to get there, right?
Yeah. The response time is like nationally it's like what 20 minutes. That's the average. It's something crazy. It's something that'll blow your mind. And I know that there's geographical aspects that kind of raise the average and other things to consider. But I'm not waiting. I wouldn't wait 2 minutes for a cop to come up the block to help me. If I'm in the midst of a fight for my life, I'm not gonna say, "Hold on, wait, let me get this cop's attention because you tripping." I'm probably just gonna act like the cop myself. I'll do what I think the cop would do if he was here. I would rather
Word.
just be in that position to do that. Anything less than that, it just seems to be a failure to answer the call of nature, man. Like my father told me, don't depend on him. Because he ain't gonna always be there. I better learn how to throw a fucking punch, avoid fights when I can, and when I cannot avoid them, give it all I got because the ass whooping is an ass whooping. Take the ass whooping then.
Word.
What else could you possibly be doing? You in the fight. It's gonna be what it's gonna be now. Accept something about this, This is what my father, would say to me. Why the fuck would I grow up trying to honor that wholeheartedly and then say,
Ah,
my fault, my fault. Hold on, somebody was trying to call me.
you're good.
Uh,
I thought I lost you, but I'm glad we didn't.
yeah, yeah. But why? There's some loud motorcycles here. But why would I forfeit? Why would I forfeit my life so that I can allow another man with a firearm to save me with his firearm? That just seems it blows my mind that any man would even accept that as the deal on his life, especially when he got kids. I'm not
For
gonna
real.
wait for no cop, and I'm not begging nobody.
How often do you get out in open carry? Pretty much every day, you say, but right? How often do you get out with the sign?
Like this and all
Right,
that, I'd
right.
say, man, I try to do it every weekend, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes it'll be once in 30 days, and I go, damn, once in 30 days, I'm lacking. And then other times I'd be like, man, this has been 3, 4, 5 weekends in a row. So, it varies, but I also got some ideas on how to do open carry demos in states that don't allow it. I got a trick to that. And
Like
I'm
fishing?
also going, what's that?
Like if you go fishing?
No, not necessarily. It's more of like a creative, like kind of a quirky way. I'll explain it to you in a second. But like um, doing those and doing some reaction videos in the wintertime to like shoot out videos and all that type of stuff so I can, express, how I feel about those things too. But doing an open carry demo in a state that don't allow it would consist of a big TV monitor, me playing one of my open carries on the monitor, bringing my
Mmm.
sign and no gun, and then
Wow.
and getting them to hug me, and then
That's
go, look
so
at me doing this, and
sick.
look at the cops riding past me in Iowa. They would kill me in your state right now. Ain't something wrong? Somebody is wrong, bruh, because I gotta come out here naked to stay out of your police way when these cops are waving at me. Somebody's lying.
Wow. That's
Somebody fucking around, bro.
bro, you onto something right there.
Yeah,
How
man.
whenever you do your open carries like this with the sign, how often do you get people to come up to you and talk to you?
Sometimes pretty often, and sometimes so many people that a line forms or a crowd forms,
Mm.
and then instead of hey, and then instead of uh answer individual questions, it's kind of like a Q&A with a crowd, or I'm just giving a sermon and everybody's just listening for a while until the crowd disperses. Sometimes that happens, but man, I get a lot of hugs, man. A lot of people wave from cars, they hit the horns. Girls be blowing kisses and shit. I actually, I actually do open carry demonstration. Usually when I got my cousin with me, the only other guy that I really trust to be a part of what it is that I'm doing consistently is my cousin. And me and him will do a Guns N' Roses open carry demo where we'll bring like a dozen roses and we'll bring like 5 rounds of 9 mil in little bags to pass out to guys who say, hey, I got a 9 mil. Then we'll give them 5 rounds of 9 mil or something like that. But we call it Guns N' Roses. And when we standing out with the guns and we got the roses and the women pull up to the corner, the smiles on their faces and how they checking us out and shit. Man, I told Cuz he gonna find a wife out here one day, bro. The
Bro,
girls like the roses,
fuck.
bro.
If I
Guns N'
was single
Roses,
right
man.
now, I'll go stand next to you guys.
With some roses, bro.
Oh
Hell yeah,
man,
man.
I would actually love to visit you and just sit there, maybe do a live interview and just walk out there with you and just like, yeah,
That'd
it'd
be
be cool,
dope.
bro. That'd be cool.
Man, if you ever did that, man, I'll take you. I'll take you out to a dope ass restaurant, man. We'll do the shooting range. We'll do it all, man.
I love good food, man. What's the best kind of food you got out there? What do you like?
Man, we got Cedar Rapids is like booming right now, so they building a lot of stuff. There's new restaurants popping up, man. We got this thing called the pickleball house or the pickleball room, whatever the fuck. So they got like pickleball and this nice restaurant and bar attached to it. They trying to make downtown Cedar Rapids look like downtown
Hell
Chicago. They're
yeah.
making a good effort at it. They're trying to be real fancy for a small, medium-sized town in Iowa, and the restaurants just keep popping up, bro. I don't even know what's going on no more. But I like hitting the new restaurants. Me and my girl all the time, man. We try to do that. So
What's your
I'm
favorite
gonna
kind of
find
food?
some place that's and we'll go there. Man, I'm an American. Man, I like yeah.
Man, that's amazing, dude. You think their parents would be scared if they seen these kids out here like this?
It's possible, yeah,
Right?
it's possible because sometimes the kids be like, "Hey, man, I haven't been jaded by anything," but the parents will be like, "Oh, what the heck," you know. But you know, the answer to people that see me and I scare them, the answer to that is, go get a damn gun then. And if you see me or anybody else acting stupid, do something about it. That's what you do if I scared you, you jackass. The sign says hug an AR owner. How scary am I really? Like, chill out.
Bro, I was always made to believe that people should be scared of guys with dreads with guns and shit. Like, what the fuck,
I know,
right?
right? Shit,
Nah,
when I
bro.
did this, I thought I was gonna be scary, and I'm a huggable guy. Damn.
When you first started, were you a little bit more fearful of doing it?
I'll be honest, I was, and then instead of allowing the fear to either stop me or or affect my performance and what it was I was doing, I started looking for things that would curb the fear so that I can be comfortable enough to just be myself. So when I first started getting out here to do this, I went all the way to the police station first, tried to shake some hands, let them know who I was, let them see my face, and let them know what I was doing and what for. And then I told them what corner I was going to be on, and then I would go there.
Word.
And then the following time, I didn't go to the police station, but I called in and say, "Hey, remember me?" Blah blah blah. And they go, "Okay, we know." And then the third time I called in, and they already knew who I was. The fourth time I called in, they knew who I was and said, "Today's a good day because the weather's nice when it has been shitty. So good luck. Have a nice day." When they did that, I stopped calling them all together, and then I stopped being scared. But I was a little nervous at first, but you gotta face the fear, use some intellectual thinking to be like, how can I go about this without being so scared? How can I relinquish some of this fear to get it off of me? How can I chill this shit out? I just went to the police station and started shaking hands then, and it made me feel better. They couldn't act stupid like they didn't know who the fuck I was. I was just over there shaking hands. So they made me feel like the chance that they would play me like that was just unlikely because I was just in the police station and it chilled me out and then I moved forward.
Do you believe that had you not done that, it could have led to a really dangerous situation?
Very possible. But I will say that the way that I have been received here in Cedar Rapids, especially, is that there's already understanding there in the police department. I wouldn't be the only person that they've ever seen openly carrying. Maybe the AR-15, maybe that might be kind of strange around here. Maybe never before, really. Um, but openly carrying a pistol, I seen that myself before I got out here to do this. So because of that, I'm
Word.
thinking there is a precedence here. The legal process to make this acceptable in the eyes of law enforcement has to go through a process, and I'll try to respect the process enough to assume that law officials and a great bulk of the public is aware of that process and okay with it. Then who the fuck is going to hate me or act like I'm fucking weird? Y'all let it get here.
Right.
Your magical paper says so. I shouldn't have anything to worry about, and I'm a bank on that. So I just tried to go for it, man, hoping that I
Outstanding.
would be understood.
Outstanding. So, any last thing that you want to say, man? You want to talk to the people? Plug yourself in any which way you can. You got a website, you got social media. Let people know where they can find you, and you have the floor, man.
All right. Well, the name is RPM Trade Vietnam. RPM stands for rounds per minute, Red Pill Militia, resist political manipulation. Um, and you can find me on IG at RPM underscore trade underscore Vietnam. Check out my YouTube at RPM Trade Vietnam. Um, Facebook banned me hardcore like 4 years ago or so. They make me do a facial recognition. When I try to log in, and then they go and denied. If I try and make a new one, they
Wow.
make me do a facial recognition. And when they see me, like when you set up the iPhone unlock, they make me do that process. When they see it's me, they go and get out of here.
Wow.
So, so no Facebook for me. Um, and I also got a merch store too. I'll send you the link, man, and you can put it up. I can't even remember. It's like RPM
Did you ever get
armor.
that shirt with the bullets? I remember you had the bullets on there. Oh,
Yeah, I got a few shirts like that, and I'm gonna send you some too. You had to give me like a PO box or something, and I'm
yeah.
gonna send you some shirts.
Wow.
I
Heck
got a
yeah.
whole bunch of cool designs, man. Well, one of my designs is a red T-shirt, and it says "Look what you did to my white tee,"
I know.
and it's got the shots in it.
Right. I know.
yo, a middle-aged white woman stopped me and flattered the hell out of me with her husband blushing when she saw that shirt, and she said that was fucking clever.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that's my merch store. I'll send you the link and then you can get that out there. But
For
man,
sure.
IG and YouTube, man, that's where you can find me, man. And I'm so passionate with the message and so bad at self promotion, dude. I've literally probably had somebody the entire 6 years I've been doing this. I probably got less than $200 worth of like donations to people hit my cash app or something like that. It's probably like less than $200 in like 6 years. I never care about that. My cousin, when he with me, he gotta encourage me to self promote and to lean in that direction. And I used to feel like I was being humble by not caring about that, just getting the message out. And then my cousin constantly reminds me that if no one knows me, the message won't even get the justice that it deserves, and that I have to move in that direction to get more people to know me. And in doing that, it will be monetarily beneficial for me to do this and only this. And I was just like, man, you're right, bro. This should be what I do for a living, man.
I'll say this. One time, this guy told me that he wanted to send me some money, and I told him, "It's okay, man. I'm doing okay. You don't have to." And he said, "Don't take that away from me. I'm old. I don't know. I'm not going to take this money when I die. I can't be out there to do what you do. I need to donate to you so that I could feel I'm part of the cause. Don't take that from me."
Yeah.
So just keep that
Yep.
in mind, bro. Sometimes
Yep.
people will look at what you do and they'll appreciate it and they want it. They want you to do it more, so they will donate. Do you have any donation links that you could send me so I can include it to this video?
Yeah, I do got a cash app, and I can send you that.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll include it to the video. We'll put it there so people could donate to you because I personally would like to see you continue to do this work, man. And I personally want to see you not just do this, but I want to see you on other podcasts. I want to see people interview you and bring you in because I think you have a strong message, a powerful message, and it
Yeah.
in reality I think your message is being ignored from all the bullshit civil unrest that's going on. And why not open up dialogue and conversation that can possibly move the country in the right direction, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys,
Yeah.
any last words before I close this out?
Yeah, man. My slogan is "Who Bang," man. That means get a gun. This gun shit is for everybody. Uh, Bad guys should not be winning uh, no fights. And whether you got a big heart, whether you're a woman or a man, whether you got racial issues in your family, drug issues in your family, it doesn't matter. If you are the beacon of light in your family, then I am talking to you. Own a firearm, get proficient with the thing because it's not rocket science. It's real easy to get proficient with a firearm. Learn the four basic gun rules to handling a firearm, and you'll be fine. There's a fear that you have in your ignorance. And once you get over that fear and you start putting your hands on guns and working with it and really trying to respect what you're dealing with, the fear goes away just like it did before you learned how to drive. And now you can master a vehicle. You're driving and texting, eating, all type of shit when you're driving like it's nothing now. But you was once scared to death of that casket on wheels. And that's what you're going to turn it into is you want to be an asshole in it and you know it. So then you respect that shit and you try to do what you're supposed to do. You do the same thing with a gun. You'll be fine. But stop being scared of that gun ownership because it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And I would rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Prepare yourself and be defensively aggressive and proud of it.
Hell yeah, that's strong, bro. It takes you a long time, a lot of work, and a lot of thinking to actually formulate this dialogue, this understanding, to be able to speak it, to put it into context. And I can tell you've done your research, you've done your homework and stuff like that. And bro, I just wish you the best. We'll do another interview soon, man. If we can't
Yeah.
get Joe Rogan and them to interview you, then we'll just keep doing them here until we do.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, for sure, man.
Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you.
You too, man.
Good job, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Later, later.
Later.